Coming in at number 3, we've got the Nick Weapon Mastery. So Nick says, when you make the extra attack of a light property, you can make it as part of the attack action instead of as a bonus action. You can make this attack only once per turn. So we gave this originally a B+. I was really on the fence with giving this one an A-. This is integral to any dual weapon build that you want to make where you've got 2 weapons and you're trying to maximize the number of attacks that you make. Now, it is very much dependent on a few things. It is dependent on weapons that are light, and it is dependent on weapons that essentially have finesse as well, because most of the characters that are going to be using this are going to be dex-based characters. So it is paired up with the Light Weapon Mastery, which, if we read out light, says, when you take the attack action on your turn and attack with a light weapon, you can make 1 extra attack as a bonus action later in your turn. Nick takes that bonus action and integrates it into the attack action. Now, Light also says that extra attack must be made with a different light weapon, and you don't add your ability modifier to the extra attack's damage unless that modifier is negative. So that means that you have to have 2 different light weapons, and one of them has to have the Nick feature. So when you attack with a light weapon that has the Nick feature, then that triggers your ability to use the other light weapon as an attack. And instead of being a bonus action, because the first weapon had the Nick Weapon Mastery, you're allowed to use that in your original attack. So it does get a little complicated. We've got 4 different weapons here that do have the Nick property, and again, almost all of them are finesse and light. That we've got the dagger, which does piercing damage. It is finesse, light, and thrown. We've got the light hammer, which is light and thrown, so it is not a finesse weapon, so keep that in mind. It is based off of strength. Then we've got the sickle, which it does slashing damage, and it is a light weapon. Again, it is a strength weapon, not a dex weapon. And finally, we've got what I think is the strongest weapon out of this. We've got the scimitar, which does slashing damage and is finesse and light. So you could have a scimitar in each hand, and you could attack with the first scimitar, and if you have access to the Nick Mastery, then it allows you to attack with the second scimitar because it's a light weapon, and you do it as part of your attack action, not as part of your bonus action, leaving your bonus action free. And of course, that second attack does not do extra damage, it just does the base damage. So all in all, an excellent, excellent, excellent weapon mastery. Like I said, I was on the fence with giving it an A-, but in all, very solid.